The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court. We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Now here's VanVleet. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. A three-pointer, no good.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Anunoby against LeVert. KD looking around. LeVert, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Outside Lowry. Here's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other hand, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Pass to Anunoby. And Siakam has it in the corner. Ibaka right side. And Ibaka slams it in.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Irving. Shoots from the high post. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Good on the bucket.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Outside, KD. The pass to LeVert. Irving against Lowry. Allen trying to break free, and too long on the shot.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses, fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
Marcus All's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets.
Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Durant with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball, and the shot goes in.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
And with VanVleet, about half of his shots are from deep.
You're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred VanVleet. He knows how to play.
Here's Irving. They grab their own miss. That shot off. In Toronto, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Count that one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Back to KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, He had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. Now here's Durant. Tips it. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Powell for three. Can't hit that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Harris, right side. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Durant. Down low. 5 on the clock. A steal. Lost to Davis. In the corner, Powell with it. Davis dishes to Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. The Raptors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one drops. And Brooklyn making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Irving looking over the floor. 1 second left. Bucket is good.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Raptors. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams. Here is Spencer Dinwiddie discussing the effects of that.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot of turnover.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Prince. Nets passing it around. Here's Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 6. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Prince misses.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Allen passes to Luwawu. On the wing, Irving. Over Ibaka. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Such a force as Allen goes to the line. A real throwback. Jared is a center who primarily operates near the hoop.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Then for the Nets, Karis LeVert's checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Here's Anunoby. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 6.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injury concerns, but he's been great.
Outside Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Excellent D there from Allen.
And Smitty with OG Anunoby, he has a...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And then Allen slams it in.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Durant dishes. Oh!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Anunoby against LeVert. Here's Siakam. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
Allen finds Harris. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here we go, one-on-one. Siakam with it, picked up by Harris. Siakam misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Allen outside. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Gasol against Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
This just in. Kevin Durant is good. How easy does offense come to him?
Count that one. And the Raptors lead by 3.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Dinwiddie right side. Pass to LeVert. And here is Allen. It's Durant on the wing. Covered by Siakam. That one goes. Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Anunoby, no good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. LeVert kicks to Harris. Outside, KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Poked loose. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break. Or third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Lowry. Drops in the breakaway layup. Lowry's got 9 points.
He has quick hands, quick feet. Lowry's incredibly disruptive on the defensive end. Great individual effort.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
Allen with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Out to the wing. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance. That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Dishes it to Ibaka. Three-pointer. Lowry gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Irving kicks to KD. High post Allen. Back to KD. Six on the shot clock. Over Siakam. And it's Durant missing. Raptors leading by 4. Lowry passes to Siakam. Ibaka wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And there's the pass to Anunoby. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. And Davis, here we go. And Jordan sends it back.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
Powell down low. Guarded by KD. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Raptors. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Jordan can't get it to go.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Irving can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Boucher with the ball. He's against Jordan. Harris on the double team. Outside for Gasol. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Prince outside. Launches it. Gasol with the rebound. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Powell. The shot will not fall. Jordan finds Irving. knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Powell against Dinwiddie. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Loads it up there for Siakam. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The innate ability of Siakam to see the play forming and gets where the team needs him.
Davis against Irving. Fires high post. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Lowry in for Terrence Davis. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Joe Harris.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. In transition, here come the Nets. Cuts off the pass. To the middle, stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Pass to KD. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the shot goes down.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Right wing. Lowry inside the line. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside, KD. He gets it in there.
The confidence of Kevin Durant on display, especially when the game tightens up.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. To the right side. Lowry against Irving. Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot.
Lowry always comes up with a timely basket, and today is no exception.
The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Dinwiddie with it. It's Ibaka picking him up, and Allen slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Lowry penetrating. Ibaka. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Siakam. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. KD dishes to Dinwiddie. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Van Vliet against Dinwiddie. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Irving with a clean look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Van Vliet outside. It's in!
Fearless at the finish. Fred is just unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. At the top of the key, LeVert. Inside, here's Allen. Goes back up. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. Count it!
And the shot by Lowry is the definition of clutch. He relishes being the man in these moments.
It's the first that narrows the gap to 1. And KD drops them both.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
Toronto calls timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jared Allen.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And they're going to call for a review of that last second shot. If they overturn the basket, they get a chance to play the And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Simmons finds Harris. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Left side Durant. Knocked away.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now here's Embiid. Over Allen. Harris. And staying with the play, Harris.
Look at Harris's dedication. I mean, chasing down the boards and ending the possession on his terms.
Irving looking for an opening. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there.
And last season, Richardson battled some injuries. Took some time to adjust to play in Philly, but eventually it all came together.
Yeah, G, you look at a hard worker like Richardson would find his role. I mean, the guy's so competitive. He's as competitive as he gets. He brings that fire on defense and always believes his next shot will fall.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Richardson, no luck.
Now, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Simmons against Durant. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Irving dishes to Allen. Durant against Embiid. And finished off by KD.
And every step of Durant on the drive covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with the dunk.
Here's Horford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
Now here's Durant. Puts it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Now the 76ers with it. Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Richardson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
The pass to LeVert. Durant feeling it out a bit. Back to LeVert. Outside for Durant. Puts it up from 17. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
Now, it doesn't take a lot of time for Durant to get his shot off. He's so excellent in the mid-range.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
KD's shot is good.
Must know that Durant is looking to score off the pass. He has such a quick trigger.
Left side, Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next shot. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn, trailing by 4. Outside, KD. To the paint. Allen with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Richardson gets a wide open look. Again, Philadelphia.
so lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
Irving passes to LeVert. Off target with his three. The 76ers leading by 6. Harris dishes to Embiid. Back to Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got his second bucket.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Now LeVert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball. Wants to get it to Simmons and does.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Irving finds Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The shot missing. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Alec Burks. Scott is out there with Robinson. And there's Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Kicks it out to Prince. And we played through the first minute here in the second. To the inside. Passes to Llewellyn. Nets passing it around. Here's Irving. No good off the front iron.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Outside, Scott. Greg, is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And that one's good. Thibault.
Has this offense been running? I'm just getting tired of watching them.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harris trying to get free. Yes, that goes in.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Down low, Burks. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Llewellyn, defended by Thibault. Outside Irving. Harris kicks to Irving. Takes the 13-footer off the left rim and out.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Outside for Robinson. Irving with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Burks against Irving. To the middle. Kicks it out to Prince. Pass to Irving. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Burks with it. Pass to Thibault. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Irving against Burks. From the line. Here's Jordan to the wing right side. No good from Luwawu.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Harris against Burks. Kicks to Scott. That one off the back iron and out. Nets trail by 10. And Brins with a clear path to the hoop. A nice shot by Irving.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the dunk by Embiid.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
Outside Irving. From deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Tries again. Burks pulls it in. To the paint. Thibault finds Scott. Fires from deep. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And that does it for our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5. And here's Neto outside. The rebound by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. And there it is for him. Dinwiddie's got it back down to single digits for Brooklyn.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Neto. He's covered by Irving. Now, here's Thibault. No good from outside. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And then Durant with the jam.
And Durant gives you such a huge target on alley-oops. I mean, he can go up and grab anything as long as it's in the general direction of the rim.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. From 11 feet away, it's good on the putback. Scott's got his first basket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Outside Durant. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Outside Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Irving, good.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Simmons. 6 points for him. And they double up Simmons. It's stolen by Allen. Durant attacking and finished off by KD.
Oh, and Durant covers so much ground when he puts it on the floor. You just can't keep him from going where he wants.
And Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Here's Durant, and he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
Oh, and look out. KD is just hurting everyone's feelings with that slam. Simply amazing.
Outside, Simmons. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Puts it up from 12. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 14 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Here's Simmons. Nice defense from KD.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Allen's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Simmons looking it over. The pass to Richardson. Simmons on the wing. He's got 8. The putback. Here's Embiid. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And KD throws it down.
Getting to the rim and dunking it down. That's the aggressive side of Durant.
Shot to stop the run. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And he's done everything they've asked for tonight. I mean, it's all because of all the work he's done that this game is even close.
From about 19 feet, KD's shot is off. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. And stolen by Irving.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
But the versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And a wide open look for Irving. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Shake Milton is out there with Richardson. And it's Korkmaz at the 3, the small forward.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Nets trail by 4. And stolen by Horford. On the wing, Milton. Richardson against Dinwiddie. Horford controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Such a skilled offensive rebounder. I mean, I love watching Horford use his body to come up with the boards.
And there's a foul. Will go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Durant on the jam by Kevin Durant.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Hey, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Milton finds Horford up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that's all you have to do is lob it up. Horford is effective in finishing with the alley-oop.
Inside. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. Now here's Durant. And stolen by Harris. And here we go with Horford running up the court.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford looks so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Passes it to Durant. To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And here's Milton. Here's Horford. Oh, good on the triple. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Durant's running. The feed to Jordan. Prince in the corner. Dinwiddie drives in. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 4-point 76ers lead.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Prince outside. The Nets working the ball around now. For three, Harris. A shot off that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons checked in for Richardson. Milton trying to break free. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Oh, with tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Joe Harris. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Al Horford. And Mike Scott subbed in for Tobias Harris. Irving against Simmons. And the dunk by Embiid.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent and looking to get them going. He's just not going to give up. I mean, if he has to do it all by himself, that's what he's going to do.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Milton kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Down low, here's Allen, and Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shake Milton. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Durant for three. Nice D from Scott. Philadelphia leading by 10.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the 76ers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Joel Embiid.
He showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
Dinwiddie with the steal.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but this wasn't enough. Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter. He welcomes any chance he can to sink these type of shots.
Here's Korkmaz. The 76ers again can't hit it. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. Out left to the wing. Back to Irving. Allen kicks to KD. From deep three-point range, can't connect. So the 76ers win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Welcome to Philadelphia, the bird. And let's go.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Ari out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Now here's Simmons, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Here's Richardson. Embiid. Great positioning on the putback.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. Horford has a wide open look. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Now Simmons, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. And it's Simmons penetrating. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Kyle Lowry.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it's Simmons penetrating.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. And then for Toronto, Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Monday Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Now here's Thybulle. Here's Embiid. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Thybulle. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Embiid throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And Doris, with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench, and if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. To the middle, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
High post, Embiid. Burks kicks to Scott. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Milton, and he makes good on the layup.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
There's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, the big man muscles there. Hollis Jefferson experienced at having to fight his way through the defense.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Back to Milton. Up in time, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating.
It was always a team, and I think we don't.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Norman Powell is out there with Terrence Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. And Robinson throws it down. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Robinson down low. He's guarded by Davis. Horford, he's open. And that one goes long.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
They get it back, and it's blocked. Oh, and here we go with Robinson. Nobody back.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Robinson left side. Dishes it to Burks. Back to Robinson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Milton the pass to Robinson. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Raptors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Powell, no one around him, but they'll get another chance. Robinson pulls it in. The 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Left side, Horford. Milton in the corner. Outside, Scott. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Horford. It's blocked. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come.
Oh, the power on that fruity!
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
And really deep three that time. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Harris against Siakam. Here's Korkmaz. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Korkmaz. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And Simmons slams it in.
And the wherewithal by Simmons, sensing the hit coming and adjusting his shot accordingly.
Shoots. Ibaka, no luck.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Here's Siakam. The shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Harris trying to get free. Richardson, good.
And you have to be unselfish if you're going to lead your team to great things. And I think Embiid gets that.
And stolen by Thybulle. 1 second separating the shot clock and game time. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And stolen by Richardson. Here we go, one-on-one. A 3-ball with the tip, and Simmons is right there. Simmons got 16 points.
Intent on keeping that possession alive, Simmons uses his height to his advantage. And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Sixers.
With 1 on the clock, and it's good, but hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see it. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Richardson against Van Vliet. Out to Harris. Inside, there's Embiid. And it's Toronto with the rebound. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Lowry, and he lays it straight in.
Well, if you give him a window of opportunity, Kyle Lowry will attack the basket. He's not going to pass up that chance.
Outside, Simmons. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. Philadelphia with the ball. It's a one-point game. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Van Vliet attacking. Count it. Van Vliet's got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Van Vliet against Richardson. The dish to Embiid. 5 to shoot. And it's Harris off the drive. This one for 3. Siakam pulls it in.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Powell.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Richardson outside. Pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Siakam finds Gasol. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to Gasol. Over Embiid. It's Gasol missing. The 76ers leading by 5. Pass to Korkmaz. All alone. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Raptors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Embiid. So here's Burks. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Powell.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Thibault with the ball. Powell's there. Here's Horford. And it's off from 3-point range. Raptors trail by 5. The drive by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
How about the bounce of Pascal Siakam off the dribble drive?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Korkmaz. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Back to Korkmaz. Passes it to Thibault. Horford dishes to Embiid. Not going to go that time.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a ball game here. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Lowry out there with Davis. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Gasol at the center position. On the wing, Scott. And the 3 off target. Raptors trail by 3. And Davis, here we go. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Raptors. Baca comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis. VanVleet against Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Gasol kicks to Anunoby. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Harris passes to Horford. To the inside. Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 5. Rondo shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Baca against Horford. Get Baca down low. Back to VanVleet. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Scott comes in for Al Horford. And VanVleet, here we go. Simmons against Lowry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Kyle Lowry, despite his diminutive size and point guard position, is one of the best rebounders from his position. Big time.
Scott finds O'Quinn. Back to Scott. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great chemistry between 2 teammates. Love the passing.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
VanVleet can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 7. Richardson up top, covered by VanVleet.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Off target from 3-point range. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Simmons. Finished off the break. Simmons got 26 points.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
A free throw drops for Ibaka.
Well, what you love about Serge Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
Siakam is checked in for Marc Gasol. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Simmons passes to Richardson. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz checked in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson. And VanVleet, here we go. Now the pass to Lowry. A putback, and there's Lowry putting it right back in.
Lowry letting everybody in the building know if there's a big bucket to be made, get me the ball.
Thybulle, the pass to O'Quinn. Back to Thybulle. Lays it up and banks it in. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. 1:09 left in the fourth. Here's Ibaka. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And that one's good. Quick mop.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Philadelphia.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Ibaka. That shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome. Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And they will call over the back on the play.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
No good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The borough of Brooklyn. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on DAJ.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. KD finds Irving. Offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And he gets it to go.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area. Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
VanVleet passes to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Anunoby in the corner. Lowry up top. He's covered by Irving.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Back to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
You know, because Allen is so quick with his feet getting out of setting the screen, it makes him hard to guard in the pick and rolls.
Siakam against Durant. Down low. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby. Confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
LeVert against Anunoby. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Now here's Powell, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. 6 to shoot. Now here's Boucher. Guarded by Prince. Shots good by Boucher.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Again, the Nets for 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Jordan kicks to Prince. Out to the wing. Harris looking it over. And it's off from 3-point range. Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. On the wing, Davis, guarded by Jordan. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Irving after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Shot from 12. Again, the Nets for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Prince. Outside Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Basket, good.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Here's Davis. Goes up the baseline, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. Nets leading by 8. Beyond the arc. Harris misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
So for the Nets, Durant's checked in for Taurean Prince. Harris LeVert comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Terrence Davis. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Toronto, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Lowry in for Norman Powell. Outside for Lowry. Off target with his 3. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Shots good by Durant.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Passes to Anunoby. For 3, VanVleet. LeVert grabs the miss. Nets leading by 10. Harris outside. Here's Allen. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Allen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Lowry. And the Raptors miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Back to KD. Over Ibaka. Durant finds Allen. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
And finished off by Siakam.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
And here's LeVert. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Lowry. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way from the arc. The shot by Lowry, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
KD passes to Allen.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Taking 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, you know, you look at the raw athleticism of Allen, very enticing. I mean, he's a quick-footed, shot-blocking, big guy. He's got a great future in this league, in my opinion.
Van Vliet finds Ibaka. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Ibaka, no luck. Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line.
First one falls for him.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Joe Harris. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. For 3, Van Vliet. No good on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. A minute 20 left to play here in the half. Lobs it up for Ibaka, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Anunoby has the open look. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 5 points so far. And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-5 run here. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. Tries it from the top of the key. No good off the back of the rim. Raptors trail by 16. Here's Siakam. Good D by Jordan.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Here's KD. Another shot. No good from Jordan.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jordan finds LeVert to the middle. Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Jared Allen has been on display for the...
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Jared Allen having an outstanding game. He had 14 points. Well, we know he's a... And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint.
I really think this is the strongest part of Allen's game, guys. I mean, his instincts on the defensive end are already platinum level.
Irving against Lowry. Goes up on the wing. The kick out to Irving. KD on the wing. And stolen by Siakam. And here we go. Fast break. VanVleet's got it. A new 14 for the Raptors.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Dinwiddie against Lowry. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game. VanVleet wide open. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. VanVleet's got 5.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie. One-on-one fast break. Stolen by Allen. Here's Luwawu. And Irving launches it from deep. And the Nets miss again. Raptors trail by 15. Hollis Jefferson passes to Davis. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Here's Durant. And it's good off the back rim and in. 9 points in the game so far.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the Nets with possession here. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Jordan with the bucket.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Back to Davis. That's tipped. Now here's Prince. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harris kicks to Prince. Dinwiddie left side. Outside Irving. Outside for Jordan. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Raptors.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. From 15 feet away. And no no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Siakam's checked in. Jordan finds Prince. Powell with the steal. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. No good on the three. Prince outside. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Dinwiddie with the steal. Got it off in time. That one no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 10-point lead. Durant is out there with Caris LeVert. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's the Nets 5.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Lowry passes to Van Vliet. Now, here's Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Anunoby's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors. To the paint. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Here's Siakam. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Out to Harris. And the pass to Durant. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. And it's in there. And the Nets lead by 10.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
From the baseline, Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Passes it to LeVert. Irving against Lowry. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Here's Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 6 points for Siakam.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. To the wing on the left. The drive by Lowry. Lays it up off the glass.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Here's KD. Offensive rebound, Nets. Pass to LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. just 5 to shoot. Irving drills the elbow jumper.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Van Vliet right side. Fires from deep. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
Marcus All's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's LeVert missing. The Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jared Allen.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
The Raptors making a switch here. Johnson, he's checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Matt Thomas, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry. Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Powell with it. Feeds to Gasol. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Gasol.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grab it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg. moments away. Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports Camp. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at shooting guard. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through. Now the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Here's...
He wasn't playing on that. He was
That was incredible.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steals.
Now here's Durant over Horford. Durant, no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Pass to Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid. But I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Here's LeVert, guarded by Harris. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Sinks the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Simple. Oh.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
Now here's LeVert. Here's Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Embiid from outside. The rebound by KD.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G. A great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The drive by Simmons.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
It's LeVert on the wing. The Nets working the ball around now. That one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Allen. Embiid with the steal. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim. You're going to pay for it.
Inside, Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Richardson's running, wants to get it to Simmons and does. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Thybulle. Dinwiddie with the steal. Burks with the steal. Good work there as it goes.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
To the middle. Out to Harris. It's Prince on the wing. He dishes it to Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Prince penetrating. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that
ball. Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Prince. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
The length of Durant, I mean, it makes him almost unstoppable.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in. Here's Milton. Good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Scott against Durant. Down low. Here's Jordan, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harrison at the small forward spot. The 76ers leading by 5. On the wing, Milton. There's the pass to Burks. 14 feet away. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Scott. Harris comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Josh Richardson's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. LeVert's checked in for the Nets. And Simmons slams it in.
Demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home the alley-oop.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
Here's Simmons following the basket by DeAndre Jordan.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Jordan against Embiid. Here's Irving. And Embiid pulls it down. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 4-point game. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Back to Richardson. Off target from outside.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
LeVert finds Prince. Kept alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Simmons, and Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Embiid, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Simmons. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Now here's Allen. No good from Luwawu. Bible on the wing. Pass to Harris. And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. Back to Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Springy guy. Richardson is a great leaper, and he can get way up for it, too.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Here's Luwawu. It's LeVert on the wing. He kicks it to Jordan. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Robinson III comes in for Richardson. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. And then for Brooklyn, Durant comes in for Jordan. And Harris subbed in for Luwawu. Now here's Horford. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
I mean, he does things that other bigs simply can't. Horford, a phenomenal passer for his position.
Here's KD. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Philadelphia leading by 7. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Milton. A shot off that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Durant down low. Scott's there. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harris.
I'm surprised Durant didn't get the call there with all that contact on the shot. But still a nice finish.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
That's his first personal foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for
Both good from the line that time. 15 seconds left here in the second. And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Dinwiddie. That's in coming off the assist from KD. Dinwiddie's got 5.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more hype than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
And a close game so far through the... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Now here's Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Good luck trying to prevent Embiid from scoring. I mean, he's terrific at fending off contact on the way up.
Irving dishes to Allen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Allen's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Richardson attacking. Simmons looking it over. And Simmons slams it in.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Pass to KD. From the high post. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Irving against Simmons. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. And Philadelphia making a change here. Ibel's checked in. Prince is checked in for the Nets. Now here's Simmons. He's got 19, and it's good, 2 points. Simmons got 5 points in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. The D struggling to keep up.
Here's Durant, and the shot is long.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And it's Simmons penetrating, and the basket is good. And now an 8-point 76ers lead.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Irving against Simmons. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the dunk by Embiid.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
It's Prince on the wing. Irving against Simmons. Outside for Durant. Misses off the right iron.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Harris passes to Embiid. Basket counts. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's KD. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Durant's got 8 points.
Now Durant, he's so skilled on the offensive end. He can shoot the long ball, comfortable on the block, drive to the hole, dunk over you, give you the jump hook, post game, turn around. I mean, and look, that time, he makes a play for me.
And the Nets with possession here. 76ers getting the bucket. Irving kicks to Prince. Back to Irving. To the inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Dinwiddie finds KD. Simmons against Irving. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Harris, inside. And Embiid throws it down.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
That one falls. He has 7.
I mean, offensively, he's been their driving force, determined not to let the lead get any bigger.
Here's Simmons, and it's sent back by Allen. Gets it off, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Philadelphia up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Simmons. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got LeVert. Joe Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center position. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from LeVert.
This is what a leader does early. Good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. The feed to Jordan. And stolen by Simmons. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 10. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to do as a defender when Durant drives. I'm just glad I never have to deal with it.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Led by as many as 14 points. Burks dishes to Horford. To the paint. Scott the pass to Burks. Clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Stolen by Durant. Down low. Burks with the steal. Horford with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Korkmaz with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Irving looking for an opening. He can't hit that time.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Richardson in for Burks. Harris against Harris. Three-pointer by Embiid. LeVert grabs the miss.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Irving, good.
Oh, look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And KD throws it down.
I love the show of confidence. Durant showing his greatness in key situations.
LeVert against Richardson. Feeds it to Harris. Durant with the steal. The pass to LeVert. To the middle. Good D by Embiid.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Harris finds Embiid. Simmons against Irving. Simmons inside. Another miss by Philadelphia.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. Now here's Durant. Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got 6 here in this quarter.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
They still got work to do, but what a job they've done to get back into this.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
And a wide open look for Irving. And good. And as it just snugs right down through the net.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Becoming more and more of a leader. Simmons has no fear in taking shots in big possessions.
And here's Irving. Over Simmons. Irving can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Simmons. LeVert grabs the miss. And the Nets with possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. KD can't get it to go. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. Raul Netos checked in for Simmons. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Neto. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Richardson.
Forget about the pressure. He was perfect. No choice but to look for the 3.
Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Allen. And here's KD for 3. Can't knock in the 3.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. What a show they put on here at home tonight. So just sit right back and relax. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for DA.
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, DA. Thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And Simmons slams it in. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the field.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
And it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And Embiid throws it down.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Now here is Harris. Up again, and Embiid is right there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Toronto working the ball around now. Here's VanVleet. It's hauled in by Richardson.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's it.
Yes. And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
We talk a lot about second-round picks coming in and making a difference. Josh Richardson is one of those guys, and he was rewarded financially for it.
Here's Simmons, following the basket by Fred VanVleet. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now Embiid, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Now the pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors trail by 13. VanVleet wide open. And the Raptors miss again. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Richardson. The 17-footer goes down. Richardson's got 5 now.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Outside for Lowry. And stolen by Simmons. And here we go. Philadelphia running again. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. VanVleet passes to Lowry. VanVleet can't get it to go.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And Simmons is right there.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here's VanVleet. Here's Lowry. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
But blocked by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And Simmons slams it in.
And that's how you start the fast break. Josh Richardson forcing the turnover. He did that in college, and he's doing it now.
Van Vliet outside. Ibaka in the post. Embiid's there. Ibaka, no luck. Richardson left side. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that...
For me, it comes with blocking.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
We've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Marcus Gasol is out there with Chris Boucher. And there's Davis, and it's Powell in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Strange to see Marcus Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
The big fella loves to pass. Marcus Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Powell, the pass to Boucher. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Korkmaz. Takes the three. Gasol with the rebound. Raptors trail by 17. Sinks that one from the post.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Milton with it. Powell's there. Count it. Good. And the 76ers lead by 17.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Chris Boucher. Pascal Siakam comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Terrence Davis. Siakam inside. Defended by Milton. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Harris passes to Horford. Milton kicks to Harris. And here's Richardson outside. That shot, no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Defensively, you can't let Siakam get all the way to the rim. That's automatic.
And so here is Philadelphia. 1:04 left to play here in the second quarter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Siakam back to Gasol. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Philadelphia leading by 15. The putback, and it's VanVleet with the rebound. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Lowry finds VanVleet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. VanVleet's got 6 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Milton the pass to Horford. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Gasol.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Siakam kicks to Ibaka. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Lowry for 3. And so it's Philadelphia. Look.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points and that'll.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Raptors call time here. Your son, Cole, Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's Lowry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lowry's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Raptors. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Simmons. Off on the layup. Toronto shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Van Vliet. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias. Challenging the shot and getting a piece of it. It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Philadelphia with a new shot clock. Simmons against Lowry. And it's Simmons penetrating. Rebound by the Raptors. Bucket's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
76ers have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Back to Van Vliet. Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. Philadelphia also making some changes. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Richardson.
So he's still polishing the skill set. Anunoby has the size and versatility that every team wants out of his wings.
It's Scott on the wing. Here's Korkmaz. The offensive rebound. And Embiid kicks to Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Simmons. To the paint, and Embiid with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Here's Thybulle. Finishes the break with a slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan, also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that interior presence of Embiid. Guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
They get it back. Outside for Davis. Powell, the pass to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Rebound by the 76ers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside, Scott to the left side wing. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Davis drives in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Anunoby passes to Hollis Jefferson. Second shot opportunity. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Davis.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And here now is Thibault. Outside Robinson. Here's Embiid. Oh, wow.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's good for 2.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Thibault with the ball. Left side, Scott. Shoots over Anunoby. No good that time.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Marc Gasol. Siakam is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Lowry in at the point. The 76ers leading by 13. And the dunk by Embiid.
And remember now, Embiid lost 20 pounds during the summer of 19. There, looking light on his feet in transition.
VanVleet up top. Burks covering. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Siakam passes to Lowry. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. He kicks it to Harris. Passes it to Richardson. Back to Burks. There's the triple. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And VanVleet, here we go. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. The first free throw is good. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Lowry from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here's O'Quinn, defended by Gasol. Now, here's O'Quinn. From deep. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors trail by 13. VanVleet passes to Siakam. Good work defensively by Richardson. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Siakam, right side. VanVleet looking around. And again, no good by Toronto.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 15. Richardson outside. Gasol against Simmons. Down low, kicks it out to Richardson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the 76ers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Harris. Poke loose. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Amazing effort by Fred VanVleet. He's up the court so fast to finish that play.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. But
did you see that?
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Simmons against Van Vliet. Back to Simmons. Richardson, that's a two-pointer offline. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on